Welcome, I'm Dr. Arnold Nierenberg. It's my pleasure and my privilege to discuss with you Dr. Nierenberg's power sugar. Power sugar is comprised of xylitol, D-ribose, and silicon dioxide. And I want to talk to you about which each component does for the body. Firstly, you need to know that the two 5-carbon sugars, the xylitol and the D-ribose, are completely natural in the body. They're so natural that as you're watching this DVD or listening to this CD, your body's manufacturing both of these two 5-carbon sugars. The human body cannot manufacture the 6-carbon sugars that plants can manufacture during the process of photosynthesis, but we do manufacture these 5-carbon sugars. Now, there are two components to the power sugar. One is antimicrobial and one is power. Let's talk about the power component first, and then we'll also talk about the combination. D-ribose is the power component. Your body has to manufacture ATP, which is burned in the mitochondria of the body. In order for you to have the ATP, you must have D-ribose, and your body manufactures that. But during great exertion or in certain medical conditions, you're not getting enough. So therefore, supplemental D-ribose is excellent. Replenishes that, your energy goes right up. Some of us experience an instant energy from the power sugar itself, and I'm going to talk to you about that. Another fact that you need to know about D-ribose is that when you eat it by itself, it tastes terrible. That's a fact. Now, when you combine it with the xylitol, the combination is extremely delicious. 95% of all people tasting the power sugar love the taste. So the D-ribose, it's good for all the muscle, the striated musculature, the smooth musculature. It just energizes everything. It also energizes the brain because wherever you have mitochondria, which all cells have, including brain cells, so they require the D-ribose. Many people feel they think more clearly, or it wakes them up if they're getting sleepy. It's actually the combination, the power sugar itself, we're finding to be very good to keep people awake if they have to drive all night. We're finding it accentuates alertness, awakeness, instant energy, rapid strength, speeds up muscle recovery, and increases endurance. That's what the power sugar does. Okay, now let's go. So that's the D-ribose component. There's a possibility that there's a vasodilating effect even from the D-ribose, possibly. Now let's talk about the xylitol. Xylitol is the antimicrobial aspect. So when you're taking the power sugar, the xylitol actually helps prevent cavities, helps prevent plaque buildup in the mouth, helps fight off ear, nose, and throat infections. It's also good for people with congestive heart failure. The whole combination is good for people with congestive heart failure. It's good for fibromyalgia. What we need to know about the xylitol is it's sweet. It's equivalently sweet to the conventional table sugars, which are 6-carbon sugars. It's the same sweetness. But the combination of the xylitol and D-ribose actually is a little less sweet, and so when you take it straight out of the bag, it's delicious. It's not overly sweet. It's very delicious. Now, the combination is also excellent for athletes for the following reason. After very vigorous exertion, the immune system is compromised. There's a great deal of free radical activity produced through vigorous exercise. So when the immune system is compromised, people are more likely or more inclined to becoming ill, whatever kind of germs are in their bodies, after they're working out. Well, given we have the antimicrobial aspect from the xylitol, the germs really can't live in the mouth. They just can't get a hold on the mucous membranes. So the xylitol doesn't directly kill the germs. It creates an environment where they can't grab a hold of the mucous membranes to multiply and thrive. So it creates an environment where they just can't live. So the combination helps keep the athlete, especially the athlete who's in a compromised immune situation after a workout, healthy, help keep them from getting ill. So the combination, we find that 30 to 50% of people feel instant energy. 70% of people feel a very strong effect from the power sugar. Instant energy, rapid strength, increased endurance, speeds up muscle recovery. It's the advantage of Dr. NERENBERG's Power Sugar, which this last June of 2011, the patent was approved. And it took me 6 years to get the patent, but it really took me about 7 years to understand where the immediate application is. And the immediate application is the fitness industry. Dr. NERENBERG's Power Sugar, well, you can actually pour it into caffeinated drinks. It even adds more power. I've set many world records using it in terms of power pull-ups, in terms of power grip, doing 27 one-arm push-ups at the age of 70 years of age, hanging 70 pounds from my ankles and doing a full leg raise while lying on a bench. The Power Sugar energizes my whole being, as it will anybody who's taking it. Of course, you have to train hard, have the right mental attitude, and resting up, proper nutrition, but this adds tremendous power. Actually, I get to feel not only strong, I call it crazy strong. Actually, my whole look starts changing when I'm using it. So this is what happens with the D-ribose, happens with the xylitol. They're both natural. Both components have been on the shelves for many, many years. Xylitol, in fact, was used as a national sugar in Finland during one of the world wars because they ran out of the conventional table sugars. The D-ribose has been around for many years as well. I have a patent on the blend. The silicon dioxide helps keep it from caking up. And the silicon dioxide is very good for the hair, nails, and skin. So it's a very small percentage of that to just keep it from caking up in the bag. Now, the xylitol can be obtained from any plant. It historically was taken from the bark of the birch tree. But at a commercial level, it's often gotten from corn cob. The D-ribose is a derivative of glucose. So that's how it's, they're all natural, they're not synthetic, 100% natural. As I said, your body's manufacturing them as you're sitting here listening or watching this DVD. It's my privilege to give you a little thumbnail sketch about Dr. NERENBERG's Power Sugar. The two main components, the D-ribose, which is the power component, xylitol, which is the antimicrobial component. Talked about each one individually. And there is a symbiotic potentiation effect where the taste of the combination far exceeds the taste of either one by itself. And it's my theory that even physiologically, that the combination has a potentiation effect on power. Thank you for this opportunity to talk to you about Dr. NERENBERG's Power Sugar.